The lights are on, and they're shining brightly, literally and figuratively on this Saturday night. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the UCLA Bruins. So UCLA's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And, man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His cat...
Turning it on! Running inside the 20. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bruins offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush and rallied to the football and made the stop and gets 2 points.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. It'll be 3rd and long. On the move. There's some room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. He's up to 86 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. On the run, it's Bell. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul, defense.
Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The officials stop play as they come out to tend to this injured Bruin. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he's in for a second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Bruins decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they go right back to him. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Bell. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
They give it to him again. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Just drives it between the uprights. And the field goal caps off this first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. He'll field the punt and look for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They just handed the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Bowers. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. That is no good. Guys, I know the field goal wasn't good, but hey, 19, it's a pretty good lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they'd better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Give to the running back. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it on the option. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. Getting close to halftime, and the training staff will get a good look at him during the break. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The run inside. It's Bell. Picks up the first down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge...
There's a crease. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. There he goes. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Into the end zone. Snags it out of the air, and he'll make it in for the touchdown.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Iamaleava. Bought a little time, lets it go. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Knight. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Hurricanes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Dome in lovely Central New York.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
UCLA's head coach told me at the half, Coach is understandably frustrated right now. They brought this running back in for big-time performances like this, but he has struggled turning over the ball, trailing here in this game. They have got to get a more steady performance from their running back in this moment. See how he starts the second half, and I'll keep you posted down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Floats it out in space. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Encroachment defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Bruins will call on their punt team. Catches it at the 15. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The run inside. It's Bell. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Stumbled to the ground.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
He leaves it with his back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Here's Iamaleava to throw. They're working that left side. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Swings it out to his running back, and he'll be brought down.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
3rd down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. He'll get rid of it. Finds the big tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, they're trying to hit the out route to the perimeter of the field. It's a good route by the wide receiver. He just drops the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Quick completion on the out route. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to run for it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The officials stop play as they come out to tend to this injured Bruin. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. The Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Throwing, Iamaleava. The screen, and watch out. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Going to the run, it's Cox. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bruins! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey, guys, here on the home team sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Might as well stick with him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Going to the running game. Got enough for the first. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Running inside. It's Bell. Inside the 25. Maybe some room here. He's piled up 112 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign.
But one of the best compliments you can pay a running back is they get stronger as the game goes on. This guy's been awesome all game long, and you're seeing it here in the 4th quarter. He's trying to ice this thing and close it out, still running strong.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Iamaleava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive first and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field hoping to get things going here. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way. At
this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The officials stop play as they come out to tend to this injured Bruin. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
He's got it. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to the ground with the running back. Makes it past the marker. Could be an alley. The huge play gets them into scoring territory, and that marker on the field almost certainly is going to put them even closer. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Powers through. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab on the left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Throwing, Imaliava. He's got him. The officials stop play as they come out to tend to this injured Bruin. A one-sided game like this one and you suffer an injury, that is not ideal. And the Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Cox. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. An explosive play in the running game. Moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. The game is well in hand. You just hope this injury is not serious. If time permits, Holly will get us up to date. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Flips it out on the screen. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. Iamaleava got his man on the outside. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And the Bruins will punt this one away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
The delay of game pushes the offense back.
Blue 22, blue 22.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
3rd and 9.
Ready? Go, go!
The run inside. It's Bell. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the UTSA Roadrunners and it's the Roadrunners ready to kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. A 150-yard, 3-touchdown day while leading his team to victory in their last game. Offense in a bunch formation. Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running inside. It's Bell. Here's a little room there. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on first down from the 40. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the first down. There he goes to the right. And he will house it. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So UTSA's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the sophomore running back. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I'll tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Now the play fake. Fires quickly. Turning it on. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody loose. Catching the football, getting tackled. Offense still trying to get in a rhythm, trying to make something happen on their side of the field.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Going for the marker on the ground. On his feet at the 40. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and of course they go out and get it.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bell. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Slams into the line and through for a touchdown.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his 1st sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's McCown. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. The Roadrunners will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Catches it at the 30. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll go to the counter play. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. We've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later.
Got a little grass. Headed to the end zone. And it's in for a touchdown. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner goes down. UTSA taking over, and the offense heads out to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. On the move, he fires. Finds his man. It's Campbell. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And it's the Roadrunners in the hurry-up.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. Well, after the quarterback put the ball on the deck, he went into damage control mode and was able to get back on top of it.
Yeah, he's really lucky. And you remember, quarterbacks, they're not practicing the same ball security as running backs are, per se, each and every week in practice, but that's no excuse. That quarterback has got to do a better job holding on to the rock.
And the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead, Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Rides to back and leaves it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The run inside. It's Bell. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Bowers. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to...
Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Find out, flanked him on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the Washington State Cougars. And it's the Cavaliers engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, catching up with Coach Traylor at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you guys.
All right, Holly. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Hardy. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Here's a heat. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Roadrunners send out the punt unit. High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.
Right. That's it. Down, ready. Right, 18. Go, go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Behind the chains now on second and long.
Down, ready. 180, go.
Creates a little space. Crosses the 30. Maybe a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43.
Ready. 18, ready, go.
Running inside, it's Bell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
when a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Rides to the back. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Bowers. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. And let's see what they do on 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Bell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Down, ready, ready, go!
A designed run for the quarterback. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Might have a chance. Touchdown.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UTSA takes over, and the offense ready to hit the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. The play action fake. The sure hands, it's Henderson. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Off the play fake. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The run inside. It's Bell. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Finding open areas. There's some room. Finally out of bounds at the 21-yard line after the big run. An explosive play in the running game moves the sticks for the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for room, it's Bell. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're in for a touchdown.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Final play of the quarter coming.
Here we go, ready. Go.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Pressure coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And it's the Roadrunners who will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense will take the field again. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. At midfield, he's got room. Flying down the left side. The tag. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
And that is an outstanding effort offensively to score again. But what's been going on with the tackling defensively, that's been the biggest issue. Sometimes football just comes down to fundamentals or lack thereof. And that's been the case defensively. Just not able to wrap up and get these offensive players onto the ground. 2 huge broken tackles on that long explosive play. And that's been the story for this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Open space at the 25. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
Black 14. Black 14.
Tackled there by the defense. So now it's 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Madison. Showed off just about every move in the book except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Punt is in the air. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Makes his man miss. Finding some room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's good enough for a first down.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.